Hey guys, my name is Sergey. I'm one of the co-founders here at Matrisk AI, and we build AI-powered tools to help carriers understand what is happening across the market. What do I mean by that? Well, specifically, we look at regulatory filings. Regulatory filings are such a treasure trove of information that a carrier will look at if, say, you're writing a new product, if you want to benchmark what your competitors are doing, or maybe you just want to kind of see what's out there. But actually answering any questions that you might have about them takes hours, days, potentially even longer on some really tough questions. And with AI, we can fundamentally transform that process and make it 100 times faster than it's ever been possible before. And up to this point, we've been laser focused on filings because I think a ton of people can speak to about how painful those are. But really, our vision is how we integrate all these unstructured data sources out there that carriers would find useful into one holistic platform that helps you get insights out of those data sources instead of the manual process of searching for information. So think about compliance bulletins, think about Schedule P data, think about investor calls. Our vision is bringing all this together, and filings are just the start. And this is meant to be a really short demo. We don't have a ton of time here. So I'm going to jump into probably the feature that our customers find most exciting. And that's the chat page. This is very similar to ChatGPT, except before starting a new chat, we're basically going to select some filters that we want to query on. And let's say we're doing a specific research topic around maybe homeowners insurance in the state of Ohio. And we can select those filters. And basically, what this is going to do is it's going to sift through all the filings that have been submitted for homeowners in Ohio. And we can kind of drill into specific filings if we're interested in that, specific carriers that maybe we want to benchmark, or we can search across the entire state or even the entire country. But for the sake of time, we'll just work with the state. And we can ask really open ended questions like what new and unique rating variables have been published in the last 2 years. And just imagine how long it would take you to answer this if you had to find this information. Um, what do you even search? New and unique? There's no control F that's going to match that. But the power of AI is it understands the intent behind our queries, and it's going to kind of deconstruct this in the same way that a person would. It's going to break it down. It's going to come up with a research plan, and it's going to start sending out hundreds of different subqueries looking for that information under the hood. It's using an agentic AI approach, and it's very capable of, I think, maybe one of the challenges to doing this reliably is you want to be careful about pulling out just random pages from a filing and assuming that you understand the filing. And what we spend a lot of time on is making sure that we're not just looking at random pages. We understand the filing that was submitted in. We understand the chain of filings, how these all come together, and then we understand this overall map of what's happening. And that is really what makes this challenging and what we want to make sure our system can do reliably. And this is what a response looks like when it streams back. And you'll see, okay, it looks like there's some arrow imagery going on. We can click on any one of these citations. So let's take a step back. I think that's really important to mention that every single bullet here is going to be cited. So we can click on that citation and it's going to take you not just to the document where that information came from, but the exact page where we found that information. You can click on the filing, you can go directly to that filing page. You can kind of jump back and forth with these and quickly kind of get an idea of what's happening. And importantly, because this is a chat interface, if we have a specific question around any one of these, we can just ask a follow-up. And the system has all this context that we've been discussing, and it can do that. Maybe I want it to output this data in a table. Maybe I want to export a specific table out of a PDF. It can do that too. Maybe I even want to set up a scheduled reminder. These are all the things that we're kind of working on here at Matrisk that I think deliver a ton of value to our customers and are all things that I think are really exciting to be building. And with that, I appreciate um, everybody taking the time to check this out. And if anybody has questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to set some time up. Thank you.